Hello Aries, welcome to the channel. This is Asnointia here. For those of you who are returning, thank you so much for liking, sharing, and subscribing to the channel. And for those of you who are new, welcome. So this is a general love reading, and I'll be looking into the feelings and emotions of the person that you're connecting with on a romantic level, what it is that they're feeling and thinking towards you currently. The deck that I'm using is the Goddess Oracle deck by Amy Sophia Marashinsky. So for those of you who are new, just want to let you know, my method of reading is slightly different. I actually don't channel through any spirit guides for the majority of the reading. I have the ability of getting the answers I need through my higher intuitive self. Only at the end of this reading, I do channel Archangels Michael, Raphael, Gabriel to provide you with some advice that you may need, depending on what has shown up here on my table. Not bad, but there is distance between the both of you. There's boundaries here. Yeah, somebody's really hiding. Somebody's very emotionally distant and not opening up. Why? Why? Because of awkwardness. They're just awkward. And extremely overwhelmed. Goodness me. Okay. 1, 2, 3 cards that are slightly dark in terms of energy. Now, this is something that your person of interest is feeling. However, some of you might also be feeling some of these feelings because of the way, the intensity of these cards. You mirror each other, you reflect each other energetically, and so sometimes you can pick up on the other person's energy and you feel that way. Here we have boundaries, followed by mothering, wisdom, creativity, laughter, illusion, pleasure, embracing the shadow, and then we have the crisis card. Crisis, being overwhelmed under the bottom of the deck, the overall arching theme. I'm going to express to you, Aries, what it is that your person of interest is feeling towards you currently. My dear Aries, right now there's a blockage. There's distance between us. And this distance that exists is for our own sake. I have put up boundaries. And I know you don't like it, but it's something that I feel is right. Because I don't want to hurt somebody who is so generous and sweet and kind. In you, I have found somebody who's nurturing, caring, and protecting. Somebody who provides unconditional love. And now I have grown wiser. I see things differently. I understand things differently. I'm no longer the same person that I used to be back in the day. I've learned from my mistakes. I am learning from these lessons. And for this reason, I won't repeat these mistakes. I do feel in this connection there's a sense of creativity. I want to create something that'll be long-lasting for the world to see. Something that'll be vibrant and beautiful, a web of love, where you are the center of my world. I do feel that in this connection, there is friendship, a sense of love and laughter. You know what makes me happy. You know what makes my heart happy. You know what makes me tick. That makes a big impact on me. I do feel that in this connection, there is a sense of illusion. I can't really express myself to you anymore. I hide behind a veil, behind a false mask. I'm not the same type of person that you once knew me as. I'm emotionally detached, and I'm embarrassed to some degree. Because I did take a lot of pleasure in this connection. Physical pleasure and spiritual pleasure. It's very pleasurable being in your company. But now things are very awkward. The environment is no longer comfortable. I do feel that in this connection, all that has happened, you have seen a side of me that was very dark. And you have embraced that side. But you don't have to accept it. I am who I am, and I can't really change my ways for many. I know that sounds selfish, and I should be able to adjust, but you have, unfortunately, seen that impulsive, compulsive, aggressive side of me. And it has made things very awkward. I do feel very overwhelmed about this connection, about how certain things have unraveled. I need time to sort my emotions out because they are all over the place. There's mental anguish, frustration, impatience. It's hard for me to think straight. It's hard for me to make a decision because I am overwhelmed. Right now, because of me feeling overwhelmed, I do feel that it's important for me to keep my boundaries because I cannot make a decision. I am unable to because I am so overwhelmed. All right. Aries. So something happened here where someone is feeling very overwhelmed. And because of that, there's a blockage. There are these boundaries that have been put up. But in addition to that, somebody here is also feeling very embarrassed. And they're hiding. Because they're hiding, they're being very closed off. There's this emotional detachment. And your person may just be emotionally unavailable. But the truth is, they do admire you, and they have grown wiser. And one of the reasons they're just not reaching out is because they personally feel very awkward. The situation between the both of you may also be very awkward. All right. Let's have a look at the Lover's Path Tarot. The Lover's Path Tarot I look at to see what it is that this person is feeling towards you, or rather what they were feeling towards you a while ago when things started to go downhill. So let's look at the why, the reason why things didn't work out in this connection. Some of you may be aware why it did not. Others of you may never really have known because there was a lack of closure. Okay. Awakening. Six of Arrows. Interesting. Awakening. I've never had this combination before. It's very strange. So we have here Awakening. Let's have a look at that first. So these cards I do read in the reverse. And of course, this is not the only two reasons why things may not have worked out. You may have more than two reasons. But the bare minimum, this is what I'm showing you, that this is something that would have caused the problems in this connection. Here, this individual In the beginning, there was this emotional awakening for the both of you. There was a lot of love and sexuality and expansion, the expansive feeling of life, life-affirming energy that brings opportunities and optimism. That was all good. That happened maybe for some of you in the beginning. However, things changed. There came a point in time where in this connection where you didn't know, this person was having these feelings, this unwillingness to accept affection because they were having problems with, it says here, children. Creatively blocked by external or internal forces and refusing to grow. Now, when it says problem with children, this could be that some of you wanted to get together and you have your own children. Maybe they have their own children. Maybe they didn't want your children, or maybe they just didn't have any children and they just don't want to have the responsibility of children. Now, if it's not children, it could be literally family members or your society or the friends that you're with. Whatever it is, this person was having problems with the people that are around you. It was too much for them to handle because it was too much responsibility, too many visits. Kind of like that show, Everybody Loves Raymond. I love that show. Deborah. And the in-laws are always coming. Just open the door, just walk right in, right? But too much of anything, whether it's children or whether it's the in-laws or whether it's just friends, too much of anything here was causing an issue. And this person started to literally feel that it was too much for them to handle. And they started taking a step back and they started having this feeling, the ability or the unwillingness to accept any type of affection from you or from the other people. And they were creatively blocked by external and internal forces. So this was their own psyche that was telling them what to do, and it was also other people telling them what to do. Other people may have said, oh, you don't want the responsibility. Why do you want that baggage with you in your life, right? So some people say it out of their own experience. Some people just get jealous and they try to mislead the person. And some people are just, petty. They just are not in a good mood and they give the wrong advice. So you have to be careful who you actually get your advice from if you ever want advice. But the internal and external forces, this is other people influencing this individual. That you don't want such and such because the future will be like this and that. Here we have 6 of Arrows. This talks about traditionally transition, travel, and movement. But if we read the reverse, this talks about a lack of transition, a lack of change, a lack of movement and travel. There's a sense of stagnation here. Things started to become very slow, very thick and very slow. It's like quicksand. Person was walking and fine, and then all of a sudden you're just like kind of stuck. And you're somebody here sinking, or somebody's able to move on slowly, but it's very, very slow. With the 6 of Arrows here, it does talk about how more understanding was needed to understand the situation before they could have changed. The lessening of difficulties and detachment to better understand a situation. More understanding of a situation is needed before it can change, and having some type of delays, which could be transition delays, changing. This person didn't understand certain things about this connection. Yeah. So whatever happened between the both of you, it does appear that they did not want certain types of responsibilities. Internal and external blockages and forces were at play here. In addition to that, there was an issue here where they realized that they don't have the full picture of whatever is going on here. They don't have the full picture. And it does talk about detaching. So this person needed to detach. They needed to be separated in order to understand the situation better. But personally, I don't see that that actually happened. I don't see that this person even tried. I don't see that that detachment even happened. They just kind of they just let it hang, and there was a lack of closure, and there's a lack of understanding that they had. What they needed to do was open up to you and talk to you about these things so that you could have taken the appropriate action as well, but not just kind of led you on. This person led you on, and they weren't telling you what was on their heart, what was on their mind and what was in their heart. They weren't really expressing it to you. And this is a whole issue. When people don't understand something in a connection, some people tend to just keep quiet and they just hide in the shadows. They just fade away. But the thing to do is actually talk, communicate. What is the issue? How can we fix this? Can this be fixed? Do I feel comfortable with this? This is something that this person started to hide from you, which is probably why you had the illusion card. They didn't want to talk about these things. They're not comfortable with it. There's some people that are comfortable with only one person. I know somebody very close to me who is, they're like just the two people, like the couple, they're like introverts. Yes, they go out and they meet people and stuff like that, but they're inseparable. And that is exactly what this person wants. They just want you to themselves. All right, we have here the Beginner's Tarot. Oh my. Knight of Swords. The Knight of Swords here, we're having a look at any type of actions, any plans, any intentions that this person may have towards you in the coming days, or weeks or months. Okay, interesting. Now, you may notice you have the Knight, you have the Fool, and you have another Knight here, okay? Clearly, this person is not mature. They are definitely not the type of person that would be able to take much responsibility. I can see that here. Is this person going to take action towards you? Yes, definitely. You have at least a few cards here. There's the Knight of Swords, there's also the Fool, as well as the Knight of Wands. These three cards talk about them taking movement and making some move towards you. I was going to say action. That's the correct word to use. The Knight of Swords, this person realizes at some point in time that they are actually going to lose you altogether. Because of the way they've behaved, the way they've acted. They know that they shouldn't have done these things. And so they're trying to rush back into your life. Now what's interesting here, the Seven of Pentacles, they feel like they have put in the effort that was required in this connection. Eventually what's happening is, even after they put in the effort, they realize now that they're waiting to see what's the harvest. Is anything going to come to fruition from what this person has done? They're literally just waiting. There's two waiting cards here. The Seven of Pentacles as well as the Three of Wands. So we also have the Fool card. This is the Fool chasing a butterfly, gonna fall off a cliff. And this is somebody who is immature. Somebody who does not have a lot of experience. Now what's interesting about this card is the ambition there, that do I really want this person? Yes, I do. The problem is, as soon as something may begin, it may finish just as fast. The reason why the Fool card is somebody who is definitely immature in a way, because they take action first and they think later. So you don't want something to just start and then boom, finish. You literally want somebody who's a king, okay, or a queen. You want somebody who is more mature and they are more experienced, and that takes time. Here we also have the Moon card. They realize that in this connection there have been lies and betrayal. And this person knows that in the dark many things have happened that should not have happened. And so They feel that it's important for them to move on from this and finally have some clarity, bring things to the light, and not leave everything in the dark as it used to be. We also have here the Three of Wands. Now, the Three of Wands talks about how this individual is waiting for the right time. They're waiting for the right chance, waiting for the ships to come in. And what's interesting here is because they are behaving in this way, they're just waiting. It's like they'll know it when they see it. You don't know when this person's really going to reach out to you. But when they do, they're waiting for the right time. And that I see here with the Seven of Pentacles as well as the Three of Wands. Under the bottom of the deck, the overall arching theme, Knight of Wands. This person, yeah, they have a lot of passion, but they're not as experienced as they would like to be. They think they may be experienced, but they're not that experienced. So they do have a lot of passion for you, and they're rushing back into your life. They're rushing. The biggest reason why, they don't want to lose you. There's no reason to. They feel that they can mend this, they can fix this, and they're trying their best. That's what they want to do. All right. So is there action here? Absolutely yes. My recommendation, if they come this fast, you take it slow. Okay? They're going to be reaching out to you in a very fast way. The Knight of Swords is somebody who's running back to you and they're sweeping you off your feet. So you don't want that to be so fast because there's no thought being put into it then. This is a very impulsive kind of person. Yeah. Could be maybe why there's a little bit of awkwardness here with the Embracing Shadows card. All right. Just going to do a quick prayer. So these messages are brought to you by Archangels Michael, Raphael, and Gabriel. Oh wow, I literally had the same cards in the same spot in the other reading, but I have shuffled this before. I even started this recording. Interesting. All right. Reconsider, let go. Yes, there's going to be an opportunity. Excellent. Very nice card. That opportunity is when this person's going to be rushing back into your life. There's going to be big happy changes. And you are ready. Helpful people. A year from now. Goodness gracious me, what's going on? Everybody's getting this card a year from now. Certain things are happening. I guess in the celestial world, the astral world, there is something happening here where a lot of changes are going to occur a year from now. I'm not good with timelines, but whatever comes in these cards, that's what is going to happen sometime in the future. All right, you guys are going to get together. But there's a way of doing this. The angels here are saying, reconsider what it is that you are going to say and do in regards to this connection. Any type of action you were going to take, any words you were going to speak, think twice about it. They're also saying to let go of any type of pride, any ego, any type of issue that is causing a problem in this connection that's repetitive. They are saying to let go of that. It is important to let go so that you can move forward in a better way in this connection. If you don't let go, then the same things will repeat. Also, they're telling you to let go of this person for a while. Don't text them, don't communicate with them. Let them be on their own, give them their space. And eventually they will miss you, and then they will try to be with you. Here we also have yes. There is an opportunity here that's coming towards you. And there's going to be big, happy changes. There are going to be changes, they're going to be big, and you're going to be happy about it. We also have here, you are ready. So a lot of things have happened to you, Aries, over the past months and years. And you are now emotionally, spiritually, and physically ready to tackle what it is that comes to you. Here we also have helpful people. Helpful people here talk about how in this connection, people are very helpful and you don't even know who actually cares about you until you talk to somebody. So definitely you can talk to your family member, your friends, somebody who you really trust. I'm also getting the message, just be careful who you trust. Especially at work. Don't talk about this to somebody at work. I don't know why, but sometimes that comes around to bite you in the ass. It happens. It happens a lot. Sometimes you're distracted at work and people may say, oh, are you having problems at home because of such and such? Because they know. So it's best not to talk to them. Talk to a therapist, a doctor. You can go online. They have blogs. They have people that write about this kind of stuff. There are books that you can read. There are also YouTube channels where you can maybe just discuss things in the comments or just learn from those people what they're talking about when it comes to relationships. There is something here where there's a gap of knowledge, and that's why it has been suggested from the angels here to gain this knowledge, but to gain it through people. That's what's interesting here. Now, the overall arching theme we have is a year from now. So this could literally be several months or even the full span of the year. Now, when you let go of somebody, they can feel the loss of your energy, and then they start to miss you. When they miss you, then they start to have value for you, and when they have value, then they finally want to run back into your life. Just like the swords, like the Knight of Swords and the Knight of Wands, this person really wants to rush back into your life. My suggestion would be, yes, you can definitely take this opportunity, like it says, to be with this person. It will bring you big, happy changes, but you also need to be ready to tackle what it is that this person's going to throw at you, like, metaphorically. Whatever they bring to the table, whatever type of issues or excuses, you will have to handle this in a very clever kind of way and reconsider the things that you are going to say and the things that you've thought. And that's your reading. I hope, Aries, I was able to provide you with some clarity and some guidance in your situation. Do let me know in the comments below if any of this has resonated. For those of you that may be feeling the sense of detachment, I do have a couple of videos that may be suitable for you on my other channel, Asnointia Audio. And on that channel, the videos are all free for viewing. And I have these topics. So some of you may already be aware of it. I know some of you have already seen it. Some of you have also subscribed to that channel. But there's some dealing with unemotional available men, or emotionally unavailable men. And there's one, why a woman would ghost a man. There's another one that I had recently, and it may be applicable to this particular reading. I just uploaded this not so long ago. This is the most recent one. It is the Friends with Benefits, Casual Connections, and Hookup Culture video. So it talks a lot about the scenarios and the people that I've done readings for. And all of these videos that I've created, it's just because I have experienced through your eyes what it is that many of you go through. And so because you're going through this, I see these trends because you're not the only one. There's like hundreds of people that are going through this. And so I thought, you know what? I think I just need to make a video because I see the similarities regarding all of the emotions. They're all the same. The reactions and the actions that people take are just so similar. So I decided to make these videos. Hopefully you guys find them very helpful. Also, if some of you are interested in a love reading, I still am taking those on. I'm doing written reports right now. So you can definitely place an order through my website, which is www.asnointia.com. And over there you'll see a tab called the Rates and Packages tab. Just underneath that you'll see, when you click on it, those are the packages that I have right now. Some of them are, I'm not working on those right now. They're out of stock and I'm overbooked. So the options that I have there are the ones that are actually still available. And I also wanted to mention, please do have a look at the description before you place an order to make sure that you know 100% what it is that you're going to be receiving in that reading. All right then. Aries, you take care. Stay safe. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'll see you guys again. Bye now.